Hello, good morning, everyone. It is December 12th, Tuesday. It's actually just afternoon Eastern time, so not really the morning show today. Shouldn't say good morning. Good afternoon, good lunchtime. Starting an hour late today, as planned. If you were in Discord, you would know that, of course. That would have been communicated to you yesterday. So that's one more reason to go get over there if you're one of the live viewers. That is at Discord. No, nomi.com/Discord. Anyway, I'm adding Doug into Instagram here. We'll see what's going on. We'll see how his weekend was, how his holiday activities are shaping up. There he is. He's at it.
Matt, good lunchtime to you. How's it going? Happy Happy Tuesday.
Thank you. Going well. Holiday stuff in full swing. Ordered some gifts yesterday and this morning. Kids' slate of gifts coming together.
All right.
And that's really what it's all about these days.
Did you end up getting a Christmas tree?
Yeah. I think I told you when we did. I'm not sure, but maybe.
Just
we went to Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. Oh yeah, you did. Yeah. That's right. I watched a Christmas movie, a new Christmas movie last night.
Oh yeah, I've got an update as well on that front. What one did you watch?
I watched The Feast of Seven Fishes. I think that's what it's called.
Okay. Is it sort of a religious film?
No. It is about an Italian family. It's from 2018, set in like the 80s.
Okay.
And about an Italian family and their kind of New Year's Eve tradition of having the seven fishes meal. So there's a little bit of fish, cooking in there. If that's something that bothers you, then I wouldn't recommend it. Maybe not the best vegan movie, but I actually thought it was one of the better holiday movies I've ever seen. That was pretty good.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So not a Christmas, but a New Year movie.
Say that again?
It was a New Year's movie?
No, Christmas movie? Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is there. Sorry, I might have
said New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah. All right, Christmas Eve is there. Good. It was definitely a Christmas movie. Okay. And a traditional kind of love story movie of the woman who returns home from her luxurious lifestyle and falls in love with a townie
trope of
but it wasn't corny. Like it was actually a good movie. If it was set any other time, you wouldn't have thought of it as like a Christmas movie. So I quite enjoyed it.
Okay. Good. All right. Well, I'll check that one out. That sounds like one I'd like. Where'd you find that? Netflix?
Netflix.
Okay. All right. Good. I will definitely try to watch that one. So I watched Best Christmas Ever that you kind of have recommended. You said it wasn't nearly as bad as everyone said. And your review was exactly on point. It was good. It was enjoyable for about 1 hour. Yep. And then the final 15 to 20 minutes, very short movie, it just went off the deep end of like terribleness. And it was like, what is going on? I mean, it was just it's just a ridiculous ending. Yeah. It just went like the whole rest of the movie was fairly realistic things happening, and then the ending is just this crazy thing. So it was weird, but
about time you like something I said. You agree with me?
It's an accurate assessment. Jason Biggs, Heather Graham. I also found it weird that Jason Biggs was Heather Graham's husband. Like when I was a kid, he was like our age. He was in American Pie when we were in high school. Maybe not you, but I was in high school, and that was like, he was our age. And Heather Graham was like an adult, grown-up actress at that point.
That's funny.
So it was weird for me to see them as a couple in the movie, but it looked fine. Didn't seem weird. So that was good. I also watched Ben Affleck movie, Surviving Christmas, which I for some reason had in my head that it wasn't very good, but I actually liked it a lot. He goes to his old house. He's like a loner, young rich guy, goes to his old house to sort of burn a list of his grievances to try to like move past his loneliness. And he ends up paying the people to host him for Christmas in his old house, and he gets his old bedroom back, and they act like they're his family for $250,000, and it was pretty good. It's actually a good movie.
What is that one?
I enjoyed it. I think it was on Amazon Prime.
Okay,
where I found that one.
What, Surviving Christmas? Okay, we'll check that one out.
Surviving Christmas. Yep. Yeah, it was a good one. So there you go. There's your Christmas update. Anything else, Doug? Any other weekend news that is relevant to this show, or even not that relevant?
Yes, two things. One, I went to a climbing gym over the weekend, my first climbing gym in a long time. To celebrate my daughter's birthday. She had a little party there. That was fun. But maybe think of you because I know you're a fan of the climbing walls out at the.
Yeah, I like artificial walls.
But then the other thing, you fill in. I got to look this up real quick. I forgot to do this. Do you have anything you want to share?
Not really. I was gonna look at the chat. I saw some chats, but I lost them somehow when I clicked away and came back. That doesn't sound very good.
Well, good morning from
I saw
Phyllis.
Leslie Knight was running again.
Phyllis, Anne Marie, Kate, River Cat, Leslie Knight, Jeff Hudnall, Britters. I saw Mr. Jeffrey over on Instagram. He doesn't seem to be in here on YouTube yet.
Maybe the schedule does not fit his
okay
schedule.
So I wanted your take on something I had at the Sierra Nevada Brewery.
Okay.
So
you went there?
Hot or not, winter squash pizza, where you have winter squash is basically the sauce, and then on top you have some greens and roasted cauliflower.
100% out on that pizza. Would never get that pizza. Not hot. Terrible.
Okay. All right. There you have it.
I mean, I feel like the sauce is an amazing part of pizza, and you replace that with a winter squash puree. Is that what it was?
Yeah, like a curried winter squash puree. Think of it more like a flatbread than a pizza, but it was called a pizza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand that. Still completely out on that. I don't understand why people do that sort of stuff with winter squash. But why? How was it?
It was delicious. It was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it really was. It was very good. But it's not pizza. Like, it doesn't scratch the same itch as pizza.
No, definitely not.
But
a good flatbread.
But yeah, excellent flatbread. I thought it was great. Yeah.
When people try to use those seasonal ingredients, I had a paella once at Kurate in Asheville. And it was like fall paella, and they put all these squashes in and things, and it just ruined it. Like, just use completely out of season, imported, not fresh ingredients over the freshest, best winter squash you can find, please, because it's 100 times better than anything made with squash, in my opinion. I mean, squash, it may be okay sometimes, but
yeah. So when do you use do you ever make squash dishes? I know you're not like a huge squash guy, but like winter seasonal dishes, or do you just?
I don't really, almost never do. I don't like sweet foods. It's even the butternut squash things are just not my favorite anymore. I used to like that a little bit. I'd make butternut squash risotto, and that was kind of good. But it's just, I don't know. That's just too sweet now. I don't like it.
I love butternut squash risotto. Very good. That was a staple in our house for a long time, and we haven't done it in a while.
Oh, yeah? All right, good. And you had a couple beers at Sierra Nevada, I presume?
Of course. I did the old half pour trick so I could taste more. And it was great. Good time.
I like that trick. You know what else I'm not into? While I'm on the topic of things that I'm not really into, the sampler thing at a beer place.
100% agree.
Where you get six beers, and then some of them get warm, and it's just bad.
I am in full agreement there. It's a waste, because then if you like one, you only get like basically a couple sips of it, and then it's gone, and then you're off to some like weird sour beer that you don't actually like.
Plus, a beer might grow on you or not. I mean, I don't know. It's nice to have a whole beer or half a beer, and you get the chance to really experience it.
But I do like the half pour though. I think that is a good trick at a brewery where you want to taste a bunch of beers, because you can get enough of the beer to experience it and see if you like it, and then you can always get another one.
Agreed.
Or branch out.
Totally agree. All right, good.
We're just like on the same page today. I don't know what's happening, but I like it.
Who knows what happened? Maybe it's
Christmas miracle.
Movie. Somebody fell or got kicked by a mule or something, and now something happened. All right. So Lucy B's here. Garuda Legends now. Stephen Dunn cheers on Leslie for her running, because she likes to run during these things. Lucy B says kabocha squash is the best, super starchy. That used to be a Brendan Fraser favorite, always in his Thrive book or Thrive Foods.
I don't know what that is. What's kabocha?
You can find them at Whole Foods. It kind of looks like a little pumpkin kind of thing, I think. Which is, a pumpkin's a squash. So that's not surprising.
Okay, I just never knew what the name of that was.
Yeah, I always thought they were pretty good. They were like butternut squash, but better. Back when I liked that kind of stuff. All right. Dale Stevens says, good morning, D1 to Know Adventure Coach. And Steven says, bringing back good memories of my Asheville bike brewery tour. That's right. Steven came to Asheville, toured around. I forgot he had a bike that he toured around on, but yes, he was there going to breweries. We went to a brewery with Steven. You and I and Steven went to Black Mountain.
A couple, I think. Yeah. I think we went to Lookout and Black Mountain Brewing, maybe. Maybe not.
Yeah. Don't know, but it happened. Yeah. All right, good. So there you go. There's your intro. Some decent things happening overnight or over the weekend in the vegan world. It's not a totally dead content show, so that's a relief. That's a good thing. We don't need to do Q&As and fill in things like that. So let's, without further ado, jump into it. Unless there is more ado.
There is no ado.
More. Okay,
good. Further.
All right. Speaking of movies, not a Christmas movie, but it does launch December 15th on Netflix. Music cut out. Sorry. Okay. It's Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget. I don't know how many Chicken Runs preceded this one. Is it just one big hit, smash hit Chicken Run, Doug, or there's a series of Chicken Runs?
Never heard of it. I don't know. What is it? Smash hit? Oh, yeah. The animated film.
Yeah, or claymation or whatever that is.
Yeah. Okay. I thought this was a vegan film, like a documentary. What is this?
No, it's a kids movie, Chicken Run. It's about these chickens, and in this case, I don't know what they did in the first one, but the headline said it's predicted to spark the quote biggest ever wave of veganism after director ditched meat during filmmaking.
Wow.
I couldn't find any more context around who said it was going to be the biggest ever wave of veganism. And checked out several sources. Nowhere did I see that said. But the director did, in fact, go either vegan or vegetarian, depending on what source you want. During the filmmaking, it's about these chickens who they discover the horrifying reality behind intensive factory farming. The animals are controlled by lobotomizing collars before they're turned into nuggets. That's to keep them docile so that they don't, if they get too scared. This is all in
the kids' film?
Yeah, it is. Which is why it's going to be the biggest wave of veganism ever, maybe, as a result. Because apparently the meat will get not very tender if the animals are too stressed while they're being killed. I think that's a real thing, but it's actually covered in the movie, and that's why they had these lobotomizing collars on to keep them calm. So anyway, apparently the original film also sparked a wave of veganism. The director, Sam Fell, says it's not preachy. It's got to be entertaining, got to be kid-friendly. So I mean, maybe this is how you make real change, right? Rather than telling adults, like, eat this stuff because you're wrong for not. Maybe you just sort of get them when they're young and, I mean, really point to the real issue or one of the big issues and let them understand it. So
is this one of those things that there's going to be a big backlash? People are going to cancel it and all that stuff.
Say it's woke or not. Maybe. Woke. I don't know.
Interesting.
No idea. But Veganuary founder... Yes, and Veganuary founder Matthew Glover says it's really pushing the needle. I've never seen a cartoon like this. Wow. So that's kind of cool. I doubt I'll watch that, but look forward to hearing how the response is. All right, next up, this one is all over the news today. V-Bites, the vegan food business founded by Heather Mills, has collapsed into administration. Do you know who Heather Mills is, Doug, without reading the headline there?
I did not, but I read it, so I can tell you. Ex-wife of Sir Paul McCartney.
Yeah, and she must be a mega celebrity in the UK, I'm guessing, because all the sites just said Heather Mills, and they didn't say who she was. This one happens to have had it, who it is. So, yeah, and it has collapsed into administration. I'm guessing that's a British term for bankruptcy.
Bankruptcy, yeah.
But, yeah. So, anyway, this is just the latest in the long line of vegan food companies that have collapsed this year, gone out of business. In this case, they're blaming rising raw materials costs and energy prices. Everybody in the UK always blames cost of living and stuff. You notice that? Is their crisis like way worse than ours is over there?
I don't know.
I feel like British people are constantly complaining about cost of living crisis this year, and maybe rightly so. I don't really know. But anyway, that's the blame this time: material costs and energy prices, and yeah, I mean, so not good news. But what is good news is Steph Curry. The vegan diet is on his radar because Chris Paul, his teammate, he eats a plant-based diet, and people know Curry. He's like the best three-point shooter ever, and I think he won a couple MVPs, won some championships. He was on the Smart List podcast. That's one of yours.
Yeah, I listened to this episode a couple weeks ago.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. You could have scooped it. You could have scooped it.
I know. I should have scooped it. The thing is, reading this summary makes it feel like it was a bigger part of the conversation than it actually was. So.
Well, I got the sense that it wasn't because they had a whole article about it, and then it said Steph Curry's interested in this. That was the headline or something. And then the 2 paragraphs mention the quotes, and then it moves on to like other NBA players who are vegan. So I figured it must have been a quick casual.
Yeah, I mean, basically, the scoop is that he was asked what he eats, around his games like that. He's like going into his diet, and he's like, and then he said, and this is the quote. Oh wait, I just saw it. Where was it? Taking over. The vegan lifestyle is taking over the league. That was the quote. And then he kind of talks about Chris Paul is his teammate, and he's fascinated by what he eats, but he also was like, yeah, I could never eat like that. Like, it wasn't this like, I'm interested in doing it, and now
right.
It was like, oh no, I'm definitely not going to do that. What works for me, but I'm fascinated that people are able to do it. And it was kind of like I don't know how they could do it kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, you kind of gather that from the quotes. The question they asked him was, how long would a guy last in the NBA if all he ate was salad and nuts? Which is, I hate that. I mean, I don't know who asked that, because that's not what a vegan diet is at all. So that's a bummer. But then he responded, and he said, vegan lifestyle is taking over the league. I don't know how they get their calories. I know there's a science behind it. And I'm fascinated by what Chris Paul, brings on the plane or at mealtime, how he gets his nourishment.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it doesn't sound too encouraging, but it's on his radar. It's good. Yeah. NBA definitely is a hotbed for people trying vegan diets. Chris Paul, probably the leading, most known person doing that. But when we wrote the Plant-Based Athlete, there was like, I don't know, I feel like there was like 4 or 5 people from one team who were vegan or nearly vegan, and everybody was saying it was helping with their careers, helping extend their careers. So kind of a surprising place for it, I guess, but I'm glad. Good to see.
I wonder how Chris Paul's chip line, Eaton, is doing.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Is that what it's called? Eaton?
Eaton. EAT'. Eaton.
Okay. Yeah, we talked about that
Tortilla chips,
about a year ago.
Mini donut puffs, popcorn. It's all like kind of junk food chips, but I think there was some like healthy twist to it, maybe.
I don't even know if there was. I think the fact that it was plant-based and they were saying, well, this athlete eats it, so it's healthy, which we didn't like too much that they did that.
Man.
But sorry.
I'd be into that. As I said back then.
I'm sure you would. All right, and last one. Aaron sent me this one. Miyoko put out on Instagram the other day. What do they call that? Tweeted? No, you don't tweet that. She
posted.
She
posted
that. They don't have a branded term for it.
Grammed it.
She grammed it. Okay, so she grammed that. She said, Saturday I got to go to the Industrial Light Magic private screening of new 4-part documentary, You Are What You Eat, a twin experiment, which will air on Netflix in 130 countries starting January 1st. So this is about the experiment that we talked about last week. That was this kind of, the media was sort of took and ran with, where they tracked 22 pairs of identical twins.
Wow.
Put each of them on a vegan versus omnivore diet. One twin went vegan, one twin ate omnivore, a healthy omnivore diet too. They didn't make a junk food one. And they compared them. And ultimately it said that the plant-based diet came out as being preventative of heart disease, probably. And a few other good things. And we said, that's cool, but like when they're eating a lot more plants and more fiber, it's not surprising that you'd have lower cholesterol numbers and things. So it wasn't, I don't know. It wasn't that big a deal to me, but I guess the mainstream is grasping this idea. I also don't know how did they get the experiments done? Maybe they just didn't know which way it was going to go, and they just kind of began making the documentary. Because I just don't understand how they made it so fast. When I feel like it was published, the study.
Well, they had to. I mean, the only way it would work is if they were filming people while the experiment was happening, right?
You're right. The whole video. Yeah, you're right. The video had to be made ahead of time.
Yeah.
This is Christopher Gardner, the Stanford guy. He did the Beyond Meat, the swap meat study that showed Beyond Meat to be healthier in some ways than regular meat, depending on what they were measuring. And of course, Beyond Meat did fund that study. But yeah, I think this is cool.
Should we watch the trailer?
Yeah, do you have it somewhere?
It's her post says that it's on Netflix. So let me look it up. Let me see if it is.
Okay, I tried to click the Netflix listing of it today. Tomorrow morning, it just took me to the homepage.
All right, let me. I found it here.
Okay, but like I said, I have the sense that mainstreamers hear this story and they just get it and they want to know about this thing. It's not like a save the planet, go vegan thing. It's like they hear this and they want to know what wins.
Oh, wait a minute. The Science and Health. This isn't it. This is a 45-minute documentary. So,
so who knows what happens? It comes out January 1st. Miyoko was in it. She said somehow she made the cut in all 4 episodes. What do you got for us, Doug?
I think I got it. No, it turns out this is a really common name for documentaries.
It does. I mean, You Are What You Eat sounds pretty common. So I actually am surprised they named it
Well,
that.
I can't find it. Maybe we can find it tomorrow.
That's okay. Maybe we'll find it another time.
Yep.
Yeah. So it comes out January 1st. Good New Year's thing for sure. So absolutely, people will watch this and get inspired to go vegan, or maybe people who are already interested in they're doing a vegan will watch this and they'll buy in even more. So this is a cool thing. Good timing. Yeah. Don't know what to say about it, but I'm glad.
Steven says that because he listens to this in the evening, European time, it makes him crave junk food, all the junk food we talk about. And you know what, man? And even at 11 o'clock in the morning, it makes me crave a lot of the junk food too. So
yeah. Good. All right. All right, good. So checking back to comments, Garuda Legends has some tips for kabocha squash cooking, I think, saying add some salt to counteract the sweetness. Emery says 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb. That must be for Chicken Run.
Mm-hmm.
She says that's pretty high. All right. What else makes sense here? Yeah, don't know what else. Good enough. Okay, so there you go. There's your weather report. We got a couple little things. This one from Washington Post. It's at first I thought this must be about a study that happened a long time ago, but no, it's a new one. The headline here is "The Secret to Getting People to Eat More Plant-Based Food," and the first line says, "What's one way to get Americans to," I guess they left out the word "eat," to eat more fruit and vegetables instead of meat. For starters, don't use the word vegan, and that was that lets you know where this is going. The other headline said, "Don't say vegan. Don't tell them it's vegan." Just all this stuff about anti-vegan type rhetoric, I guess. But anyway, the point is, they did a big study, 7,000 Americans. They had them choose between gift baskets with and without meat and dairy. And some of the baskets were labeled vegan, some plant-based, some healthy, some sustainable, and some healthy and sustainable. And the results, which, by the way, gift basket, I don't know what that means. A gift basket to receive or that they're going to give? It must be just that they're going to receive.
To get. Yeah,
to get it, to be given a gift basket.
Yeah. But okay. So what were the meat ones labeled?
I don't know. They didn't say that.
Okay.
I mean, maybe they did somewhere, but it's not in that part of the article that I saw. Maybe they had no label. I don't know. But they didn't hide the content of what the stuff was. They said exactly that. Okay. The study described every single item that was in the food basket. We just didn't call it vegan on the ones that weren't called vegan. And it turned out that only 20% of the participants chose the food basket without meat and dairy when it was labeled vegan. If it was labeled plant-based, then 27% chose it. And if it was labeled healthy, sustainable, or healthy and sustainable, then 40% chose it. So I guess all those together average 40%. We don't know the differences between those three things or among those three things. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not surprised here. I guess the gift basket context is a little weird for me because when this has happened before, it was like at a luncheon or like event, and you pick a wrap, and one of the wraps, they're the same thing. One's like a Greek wrap or called Greek wrap or something. One of them is labeled vegan, wrap, but they're the same foods, and just the people would choose the one that didn't say vegan in it, but described the foods, and especially if it described them in delicious fashion. Mm-hmm. That's just like your everyday kind of lunch. Like that's people eating a food. Gift basket to me, like, if I'm an omnivore and I'm presented with a gift basket, like I'm taking the meat thing no matter what. And I know that wasn't the point of what we just described here. They're not trying to say, do they choose more plant-based or more vegan / plant-based / healthy? Do they choose that or do they choose meat? Of course they choose the meat one. But like later they kind of say the whole thing points to the idea that people still want the meat and dairy products no matter what you call it.
Yeah.
But that's because it's a gift basket, in my opinion, right? And people, you see that, you want decadent foods. Like that's a time that you're going to eat stuff that you don't always eat.
Eat some treats,
so
smoked meat and that kind of thing. Summer sausages.
Exactly. So I just think that's sort of a very rare situation you're putting somebody in. And honestly, I think there's a lot of people who would eat plant-based diets most of the time, but still, if they were choosing a gift basket, pick the sausage.
Well, so, I mean, 40% of them choose healthy or sustainable. So,
Yeah, you're right, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know, but we've seen this throughout the year. They've done these studies in different contexts like this, and it seems that plant-based always beats vegan, and not saying either one always beats saying either one. So there you go. Speak to the benefits. Anything else to say about that one, Doug, since it comes from your favorite publication, the Washington Post?
No, but I would love to talk about how Walt Disney abruptly starts banning third-party tour guides, which is the next item up.
Oh, is it?
No.
Well, that's because I thought Disney is woke, right? So wouldn't Washington Post be pro Disney?
Yeah. Yeah.
But they didn't there. They went anti-Disney.
They did. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess they did. Yeah.
Abruptly sort of sounds anti. Anyway, moving on. I must mention, Doug, that in my research today, I came across one on plantbasednews.org, going vegan for your New Year's resolution. And I clicked it. I thought that'd be good show content. A whole New Year's resolution thing about going vegan. Here are 4 things you should know. Thought, not everyone in our audience is going vegan, but because they already are, but maybe we'll do this one. And then I got to it, and it's always by Doug Hay. And I thought, we're not doing that. We're not covering Doug's article. Get prepared, try new foods, but don't overdo it. Create a routine. And yes, you can get enough protein. There's your 4 steps. I mean, is there any more to talk about that one, Doug? And then bonus, join the Plants and Peloton New Year's sweepstakes. That's what we should really do. You should go join the sweepstakes.
Join the sweepstakes. That's right. But yeah. I mean, this is like your bread and butter, man. You got to get prepared. Think about it, plan ahead of time. Don't go too aggressive. Flirt with new foods, but they stick with some staples that you're familiar with, so you don't get overwhelmed. Can't remember, what was the third one? Meal plan.
Create a routine.
Yep. Meal planning. Get your dishes that you're comfortable with. Go back to them time and time again, and then take care of the hard to get nutrients. And yes, you can get enough protein.
Yep. And if you click that, it'll take you over to compliments page to learn about protein if you'd like to. And so nice article. Nothing for us to cover here, I don't think. I mean, there's nothing for us to cover. But yeah, it is. If you want to go get those tips, go over to plantbasednews.org and look for Doug's article.
There you go.
Right?
Thanks for the
say about it.
I mean, not with that setup. we definitely could have talked about it, but no.
Well, I just thought there was something new here. That we've written this post on No Meat Athlete year after year.
Yeah.
So what else are we gonna say?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but no, good article. What you mentioned the documentary Dominion in that. What is that? Is that some UK thing that they added it in?
They added that in. Yep.
They added it. Okay. Because What the Health and Cowspiracy are in there, and we all know those. Forks Over Knives also not mentioned.
I guess it's not about vegans. Any documentaries, to be honest with you. I think they added that whole line in.
Yep. There you go. They put that in. You also didn't urge people to ease their way into a plant-based diet. You said, you kind of just said go for it, but don't overdo it with the new foods.
I think I said go for it, and but like do a challenge, right? Or was that another article?
Yeah, that was a different year's article. I don't know. I might have missed it, but no, it makes sense, right? If it's a New Year's thing, you might want to just go for it and really jump in rather than.
I mean, it's all about going vegan for New Year's, right?
Yeah, right. And I suggest people do that, right? If you're going to want to be vegan, like go for it, and then if it doesn't work, try again later in the year and try to ease your way in.
That's right.
All right, good. So there's that, and then we got a gift guide. We got another one, but I'm glad we do because I was feeling like we needed another gift guide like this. We did one, and we probably won't do another one.
All right, so we can do multiple gift guides, but we can't spend 3 minutes covering an article about how to sustainably go vegan.
Just did that.
Okay. All right.
So this is from goodhousekeeping.com. I was thinking it's December 12th. Like I said, I've gotten a couple gifts recently. I think I said last week, if you wait until this week, you're kind of now in the last minute phase already because a lot of shipping isn't that fast. So you got to be getting your gifts done by the end of this week for sure. Because then
this week you're cutting it close.
Right. So I like to save a few gifts for like 22nd, 23rd, go out, grab, do a little actual shopping trip that isn't online. It's a nice time. It's a little crowded out there, all that, but it's nice. So I'm going to do that. But like the main, the framework of your gift giving has got to be done soon. So here are their picks. There are 27 of them here. We'll certainly go very fast through some. Number 1, best vegan cookbook. So now it's like a best list too, I guess. Vegetable Kingdom: The Abundant World of Vegan Recipes by Bryant Terry, who I think he does some Southern cooking. I have a Southern cookbook by him. But in this case, all about, I guess, vegetables. So if you're looking for a cookbook, Vegetable Kingdom.
See, the problem with, obviously I've never heard of this cookbook. Not obviously. I've never heard of this cookbook. I'm sure it's delicious. The meal on the cover does not look like something I cook. It's like wrapped tofu, maybe with like charred wrapped tofu or something.
You're right. That's a strange. It's not like a weeknight meal you make. It's like a weird thing.
It looks like an elevated dish, which is great, but anyway.
It does. I like that kind of bowl on the cover.
Yeah, bowl's looking thing. All right, number 2.
Number 2, the best vegan snack box. Is every one of these a best something? It looks like it. Okay, so every different sort of category you might want, they'll cover it. Bunny James Vegan Galore snack box. It's just a ton of snacks in there, including Lenny and Larry's cookies, which we sometimes eat in our house. I don't eat them, but the kids do. And Nature's Bakery. We have some of those in our pantry too. I'm not sure where that came from. So anyway, a bunch of snacks. $160 for this. Is that like a subscription? I have no idea. Don't get that. Nobody wants a big pile of the snacks like that.
I don't really understand snack boxes, to be honest. Like, why not? Like, if you have these snacks, why don't you just go buy the snacks you like?
Yeah, it's a good way to try a bunch. Maybe it's a better gift than just like better than someone giving you a truckload of tortilla chips. They give you the snack box. Could actually work. All right, number 3. I can vouch for this one. Best dried beans. Rancho Gordo vegan gift box. In case you were looking for like the best dried beans, right? You probably think I want to give dried beans for the gift, but I need the best. Well, here you go. Rancho Gordo vegan gift box is how you get the best dried beans. $34 at ranchogordo.com. This is not the subscription. This is not just because you get this, you're not in the bean club like I am. So don't go thinking that like this is your way in. That's a 2-year waiting list minimum. And you got to, I don't know. Ours probably took 6 months on the list, but that was in 2018 or something.
Wow. So
it's a long time. So yes, your person's not going to be a club member, and they'll probably get excited thinking they are when they get this, but still nice little treat. You get a bunch of 5 1-pound bags, and then they always ship a little extra item like either popcorn or a seasoning. Something good comes each quarter in the box. So you probably get that. All right, number 4, best reusable food wraps. Another one, like who's looking for reusable food wraps? And now, thankfully, we found the best. Bees Wrap reusable plant-based food wraps.
These are not vegan.
I don't know what this is. They're not vegan?
Well, they're called bees wraps. Don't you think they're wrapped in like honey? There's like some sort of beeswax or something that's being used in it.
Honey?
Not honey, but some sort of beeswax. That's like
I don't know.
Protecting them.
With that, maybe. I mean, it's possible.
I bet they are.
It says reusable. It says plant-based. You know what? I'm not going to investigate that. I'll check that out later. No, here I am. Vegan Meadow Magic. I think it's vegan.
Okay, all right.
No, they contain organic cotton, beeswax, plant oil, tree resin. So good call there, Doug. Not vegan at all.
Not vegan.
Shouldn't be in a vegan gifts guide.
No.
Did they say plant-based? No, they said vegan gifts. So bad job there. Good housekeeping. Number 5, best vegan dish soap. Lavant Collective High Performing Dish Soap.
No.
Not a gift, right?
Not a gift.
Maybe it says it makes a fabulous gift though, but I don't think so.
Dish soap?
Best.
Not even like hand soap or like body.
Right, if it was like treat yourself somehow with nice soap, that's one thing. But
I mean, if it feels like skin, rejuvenating face soap,
right?
Maybe dish soap. Come on.
Yeah. And who knows what animal products it contains? Now that we realize they don't really check.
Good job vetting this list, Matt.
Hey, listen, it's content. I wasn't gonna do how to go vegan in New Year's, so this is what we had. All right, Mented Cosmetics Every Night Eyeshadow Palette. Do people still wear eyeshadow?
Yes.
I don't know.
Sure.
Okay. So there you go. There's one for you if you're looking for that. Best tofu press, always a staple of holiday gift lists. This is the Future tofu press, and I think we talked about this, the Future tofu press, at some point. It's 3 parts. Interesting. It kind of looks like the same design as mine. Doesn't have a metal spring on it. So I mean, it could be nice. Looks kind of nice. Not a bad gift. If you have a vegan friend who does not have that, tofu press would be a good gift for them. All right, number 8
for me. There you go.
Yeah, because you have a bad one. You have one, but it's bad.
I have a bad one. That's right.
Yeah. All right, best vegan candy: Norseland, Lefse, Kolsvart, Swedish candy variety packets. Basically Swedish fish, but they're different flavors. And Swedish fish already are vegan, but this would be maybe a little better ingredients.
To get a little stocking stuffer, I'd be into that.
Could be that. All right, best air freshener: Coldrea linen and room spray air freshener.
This is dumb. This is terrible.
Really
air
dumb,
freshener.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. All right, here's a good one. Vegan boots. Dr. Martens. Doc Martens. They put Dr. Martens, but I guess that's what it is. Doc Martens vegan 1460 Felix lace-up boots. They look kind of nice.
They do.
I could see someone.
I like those a lot.
See a teenager rebellious wearing that.
Yeah,
I had Doc Martens in high school. Everyone did. You had to wear a uniform, but you were allowed to wear Doc Martens shoes.
I would wear that. I would wear that today. I'd get a pair of Doc Martens.
Yeah, you'd wear
or Dr. Martens.
Like
maybe they're knockoff. Maybe they're vegan knockoff. Dr. Martens. They might be.
I think the brand's always been Dr. Martens, and people just call it Doc Martens.
Okay.
Anyway, we've talked before about vegan leather things, giving people that to replace their regular leather. That's a good gift in general. Any
legend says vegan leather doesn't last. I don't know. I don't know. Throwing some shade at the vegan leather.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be true. I don't know.
British wore Docs with her uniform as well.
Oh, okay, good. So everyone else had done that. Must not have been just our school. All right, number 11, best vegetable chopper: Ninja Food Chopper Express Chop. I could use a new vegetable chopper actually like this. It looks like it has no
chopping.
There's a blade in there, but there's no bottom. So you just put a pile on your cutting board, I think, and then, although it does say without ever taking out a knife or cutting board. So I don't really know how this thing works, but it appears to me that there's no bottom on it.
Yeah.
Don't know. All right. Vegan cookies, number 12. Partake Foods crunchy vegan cookies. Yeah, it's a weird gift. It's maybe a little maybe a stocking stuffer possibly. All right, Doug, this is up your alley. Number 13, best plant-based Mexican cookbook. Provecho.
Right.
100 vegan Mexican recipes to celebrate. Sounds like an Italian book.
Oh, yeah.
To celebrate culture and community. So there you go. If you wanted to up your
looks
cooking,
great,
Doug.
All that food looks right up my alley. I would eat all of that.
Yeah, that does look pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. This might be the best gift on here yet. I'd be excited to get that. Provecho.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Number 14, we talked about backpacks in the last list. This is a best vegan backpack. Cowpack Kaya laptop backpack. If you want to have a laptop carried around, could be good for the right person. Of course, vegan leather wouldn't last, so maybe not good. Number 15, best vegan surface cleaner. Home Court steeped rose surface cleaner.
Come on, this is junk. This is the worst gift guide I've ever seen. Come on.
Some of these are good. It just doesn't need to be 27. They should have made this 10. 16, I got this last year. Best vegan salami. Hellenic Farms pistachio cinnamon fig salami. Aaron got me 2 or 3 of those. I think we ate roughly 2/3 of the amount that was given, and then the rest just sat in the pantry for a long time because it basically tastes like figs.
Tastes like figs.
One of them, yeah, man, that's what it's made from. It's dried figs. But like one of them had paprika, smoked paprika, so it was kind of chorizo style.
Okay.
And it was all right. It just you know you're eating figs. There's no hiding that. So it's okay. It's nice for a cheese board, but it doesn't like scratch the itch that summer sausage would.
Okay.
So that can be improved upon. But nice gift, not a bad thing. All right, best vegan skincare kit. Juice Beauty antioxidant rich juicy discoveries kit. A whole kit here.
All right.
Certified. Yeah, I mean all different creams. I don't know what they all do, but probably something for everybody in there. Number 18, best vegan ice cream maker. Yo Nana's dairy-free frozen fruit soft serve maker. We used to have one of these. Did you ever have one of these, Doug?
No.
We had one and we really almost never used it. So eventually we got rid of it.
Imagine that. You didn't use an ice cream maker every day?
Someone gifted it to us. and I guess they thought it would be good because we're vegan. So why wouldn't we want something that you can just freeze fruit and then make ice cream out of? It seemed like a good idea, but it was never that good. It was okay. So we got rid of it. We have a real ice cream maker now. We gave one to Elliot for Christmas, and they use it fairly often here in Illinois.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I was throwing shade on the ice cream maker, but
I mean, I don't think it's a needed gift for anybody, but if the right person might enjoy making vegan ice creams in it.
Yeah.
All right, number 19, Lovo plant-based milk chocolate variety pack. So that's the best vegan chocolate, by the way. So there you go.
According to a list that doesn't know exactly what vegan means. Got it?
No, and it's just full of affiliate links, I'm sure, and they just picked whatever was there. Okay, so there's that, and then 20, indoor gardening kit, in-garden microgreens growing kit. So this is not what we saw last year, that huge thing that goes in your kitchen and takes up a ton of space. This is a small little thing for microgreens.
And so you know what? I was throwing shade on the large, indoor gardens, right?
Yep.
Saying that there's just no way that it's gonna grow at the rate that you want to eat it in an indoor garden like that.
Right.
But this is actually something that I think I could get behind, because microgreens grow very quickly, and you just want to pick a couple of them off and throw them on top of your salad. You're not like having that be the base of your salad for the most part. So I think this could be kind of nice.
Yeah, I agree. We have something that's sort of like this. I mean, does basil and stuff like that count as microgreens, or is this like has to be really?
This is like sprouts.
This is like sprouts almost. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes sense. We did say with the big one that like you'd be better off growing herbs in it than full kale things, because it would just be plucked bare all the time. But yeah, microgreens could be even better. I don't really ever eat microgreens. I don't think very much. So this might be good, but I don't think I'm gonna get this. All right, best vegan meal delivery service, Purple Carrot. They say get them a gift card.
Someone asked about our recommendations, so there you go. This is the best according to Good Housekeeping. Remember we talked about that last week on the Q&A FAQ.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Q&A.
Yeah. All right. Next, best vegan makeup brush, Elf Cosmetics, E.L.F Cosmetics Brush and Glow Brush Kit, or Blush and Glow. Blush and Glow brush kit. So there you go. You get nice vegan, whatever the bristles are there, I guess, instead of horsehair or whatever they normally make those. Best vegan
that is absolutely a regular grocery item. Skip, pass, hard pass. If you're gonna do a seasoning, do slut sauce. At least that's something unique. Right. Or slut dust, or whatever it's called. Yep.
Yeah. Number 24, we have bag, usable silicone storage bag. I don't know if ours are. That's pretty.
We have these as well, and you know what? We gave them to our kids for Christmas last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
These things.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely, over the moon. It gets to a point when when Santa gives all of his gifts, when your family is extended family is giving all like at some point. As a parent, I just want to be like, hey, here's some practical things that you need. You're getting plenty of toys and gifts right now. Like, I'm just going to give you some practical stuff. So we sprinkle that a little bit of that in there.
Okay, that's smart. We always buy Holden soccer training equipment because it feels like we should just buy that. So like Christmas time is a good time just to load that up. Like we're gonna buy it throughout the year, so why not just give it?
Yeah, exactly.
Give it now. All right, number 25, almost done here. Best vegan tote, Capabunga Farmers Market tote. I don't know about that. I think people are sick of these bags, these whatever that material is that you get everywhere. Yeah, people don't want that anymore. Or are we thinking of the same thing here, Doug? That like has all the stores have it. You get little like beer 6-pack beer holders of it.
Oh yeah, like that. I don't have something that's mono use like that. I need a bag that I can just throw a bunch of stuff in. This actually looks like a nice compromise there, where you have some pockets, but you have the big pocket.
Yep.
So
okay, good. not a terrible gift. 26, the best nut milk maker, Nutter, N-U-T-R, homemade nut milk maker. So
this is cool.
You don't want to buy it. Is it? This is good?
Well, I don't know. If it works, I would use this because we buy a lot of nut milk. And if it's easy and it works,
the big thing is it cheaper? Like by investing in this thing or by investing in a gift for somebody, does that person now save money all year long? Or are they spending more because right. Good point. Like when you buy, if I wanted to make cashew milk or oat milk and I have to fill this thing up with those things, am I spending more than I would for the for buying it in the store? I don't know. It's healthier. It tastes better when you make it yourself. I'm sure of that.
Sure. So sweeten it to your new to your liking. Yeah. Could be good.
And finally, 27, best vegan condiment, New York shuck preserved lemon paste. How is it the best vegan condiment? It doesn't make any sense to me. Lemon paste. No. But it's a rich umami note that can be added to salad dressings, tofu marinades, plant-based dips. I mean, I'm sure it's a good thing, but it's just groceries. People don't want that for Christmas.
All right.
So there you go.
So Neil asked if it's better than almond cow. Nutter, is it better than almond cow? I don't know. I've never had either one. But British says, I've had an almond cow for 3 years now. Definitely paid for itself instead of buying milk.
Okay. That's good to know. I mean, I get into that.
And then over on Twitch, Peregrine 509 says that Nutter is good, but it only makes 1 cup at a time.
Oh, that's hard to.
Phyllis likes Nutter. I love the way it makes nut milk. There you go.
People like Nutter then. Good. But 1 cup at a time, that's the deal breaker for me.
That is a deal breaker for me too. Yeah.
I got to make a gallon or something. All right. So there you go. Gift guide. Not the worst gift guide we've ever done. Not the most boring, but also not great. It was okay.
This one's funny because I think it might be. Garuda says, I got played by Ninja. The chopper is not even edible. And I don't know if you're supposed to eat the chopper. Garuda.
I don't get it. I mean, what Gear Legends, what did you mean by that?
Maybe the cuts aren't like consistent enough to make them edible.
Oh, okay. Well, it's only $20 that thing at Target. The Express Shop. It does have a bottom on it. It didn't show up in the photo very well. Yeah, I don't know about Ninja stuff. People seem to like that Ninja, like the alternative to the Blendtec and all that. That was like $80 instead of $400. And everyone said, "Well, it's probably just not going to last long." But I don't know what the end of that story is. Maybe it lasted long because Ninja kept on making new stuff, and they seem to be working. So there you go. All right. Well, that is it. We've made it through another show during this slow period of the year, and that's good. Thanks everyone for coming an hour late. Appreciate the good turnout despite the delay today. And the good comments all throughout. Anything else, Doug, before we sign off till tomorrow?
No, I don't think so. See you tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you tomorrow.